And good afternoon, everybody. Welcome here to Pole Day qualifying here at the Martinsville Speedway in Virginia for tomorrow afternoon's sixth race of the NASCAR Busch Series powered by the WRA. Yes, originally we were supposed to be here at Martinsville but covered in dirt. I did a test race. Unfortunately, the wrecking was getting worse and worse and worse. So instead, we are still here at Martinsville as the 92 William Brock is out on the track, but we're running the regular Martinsville Speedway. So hope everybody is okay with that decision. Running the chase for the Sprint Cup version, the 2009 version, as William Brock is the first driver on the clock. 39 drivers getting ready to go racing here at the Martinsville Speedway. So we're going to see how these drivers will go. 12 drivers will make it into tomorrow afternoon's race. First lap on the board, a 24.78 for William Brock. As everybody's coming out on the track, Lucky Prescott, Nathan Stapleton, all will fall in line. First lap is a 33.899. Zach Foster, there's Leela Bakai, Remy Crampton running the Dodge this week.
Sherry. Jackie. Mama said there'd be days like this. With 3 books, you are the weakest link. Goodbye. About the Sherry. Yeah, take your time.
I was a TD mom for 2. Shouldn't I have at least gotten to get up there for 2 rounds? But they had to get rid of me because sometimes you could just shine too bright.
There goes the fun of the game. No offense to anybody else, but wow.
As Remy Crampton, now 6 quickest, had a wreck over here in turn number 3. Madison Toll in the 97 trying to make the show. That was a 27 of Erica Douglas on pit road with damage. Remy Crampton, Sydney Ball in the 79, Zach Foster in the 83. There's Violet Jackson, Sarah Costello. Billy Kitchens fell out of the top 30 in the points, and he's looking to get back in the top 30. He is 33rd in the points. He's made every race this season. He's only a total of 7 points below the 30th in the standings cut line. Even though the 64 is locked in the show, as you see, Shyla Ascroft did not make the Winston Cup race, but we'll see her tomorrow afternoon. There's the 64 we were just talking about. Liliana Beta just coming out onto the track. We'll see Liliana Beta tomorrow afternoon, getting ready to qualify the Winston Cup car. Beta is 30th in the standings. The problem is this car is not running for Busch points. So Beta is going to have to attempt to qualify for every Busch Series race this season, regardless if she's in the top 30 in the standings. Ran a 33.631. That was her get up to speed lap. And her first lap is a 21.80. Not going to get it done. It sucks we're not racing at Bristol Dirt, as Shyla's going to come into pit road. Harrison Jenkins, 3rd quickest. Remember, top 12 will transfer into tomorrow afternoon's race. The 76 was on the bubble. Jesse Art is now on the bubble. Seeing a lot of good racing here. Of course, we're using the 2009 Chase version of Martinsville.
Homes.com, the place to find a place. The NFL is live in Ireland on NFL Network. And here our stars come out in the morning. Watches the Vikings and Justin Jefferson take off.
There's Violet Jackson, 38th quickest at a 21.71. Does not improve her time. A lot of drivers running in the 22nd bracket. We're halfway through go-home qualifying. A lot of drivers coming to pit road, make some adjustments before they come out on the track. There's Taylor Valley, Clayton Huntington Wolf, Ari Springer. Ellie Rose is attempting to make her Busch Series debut And there's her teammate, Futaba Sakura, ninth quickest. So both ladies, as of right now, would be locked into tomorrow afternoon's race here at Martinsville. If they can stay in the top top 12 in this session, they'll join the other 30 drivers in tomorrow afternoon's race.
10 seconds are coming off the clock, and we'll start with the strongest link from the last round.
April Winters, there's Amy Hicks, Josh Harmon, the quickest in this session, 19.583. Carson Miller, there's Alexander Romero, Phelan Bradley. Oh, Marco Diaz is around on the back straightaway. That's going to cause a stack of effect. Oh, and then Madison Toll gets driven to the wall by Phelan Bradley. We're going to see a lot of that tomorrow afternoon. Zach Foster's got some damage on the Mr. Clean car wash machine. That was Addison Peterson coming out of the pits in the 94. We'll see her tomorrow afternoon trying to make the Winston Cup race as the 71 to 39 just got up into the wall. That's Ellie Rose and Ari Springer. That's going to be typical Martinsville racing, if you ask me. Especially with the AI aggression I have at 105 or 106. I don't know which one I had it on. Oh, more wrecking. Shade Earnhardt's been spun around. Shade Earnhardt's got around. 41's involved. Oh, we had a flip. Oh, Liliana Beta just roughed up Shade Earnhardt for some reason. Not sure what that was really all about. Still keep leaning on him. Sweat poor Sarah Costello is minding her business. And 94 is going to have nowhere to go. But Kai gets collected in this. There's the 41. That's a lot of backup cars and a lot of... So we got a lot of mad drivers, I can tell you that for certainty. Good night. Jeez Louise. It's just qualifying, folks. Remy Crampton, a 19.473, the sister of Travis Crampton. These drivers we haven't seen since Auto Club. Because remember, the last two races, we've had just the Cup drivers that weekend. Futaba on the outside looking in. Ellie Rose, currently 8th quickest. Oh, they're wrecking again on the back straightaway. Oh, we're going to see that. That's Mr. William Brock got spun around. We're going to see that a lot tomorrow afternoon. Temper's boiling. Thriller Tadwell got some damage on his Dodge. That's typical Martinsville session. This is just qualifying. This is not the race. Ari Springer on the bubble. Look at the close times right there. Taylor Valley got bumped out of the top 12. Look at all that. Slowest is a 20.033. Down to 90 seconds left to go. I'll probably lower the AI down for second round qualifying so we don't see any wrecking. Harrison Jenkins, 6th quickest, trying to get back in the top 30. Liliana Beta. Don't know why she was roughing up Shade Earnhardt. She has been asked to see the stewards after this session. That could be either a disqualification, and if that is the case, that would put the 39 locked into the show. If there is a penalty from the World Racing Association officials, because the officials don't take too kindly to a driver wrecking someone and then still driving through somebody, which I don't think that's going to sit well with the officials. That incident between the 64 and the 59 currently under investigation. And that was probably going to be a rough driving, and if there is a penalty for Beta, it will more than likely apply to her going into the Cup race tomorrow, where track position is critical. Billy Kitchen's now on the bubble as we're down to the final 10 seconds of this eventful first round of qualifying. This young lady looks like she's going to make her debut. Ellie Rose, well done to that 71 team. No sponsors. Ellie Rose, we've seen her in the Black Mesa Truck Series with Futaba Sakura. As Billy Kitchens got bumped out of the show.
She was kind of fun. She made out with a lot of dudes. She did. Kate Donovan, Chris Pratt, Peter Gallagher.
And that is it for the session.
The original Orange County House fight. Oh, you talk all night. No, I couldn't. Let's get to the books.
Don't think Shade Earnhardt's going to be happy with Liliana Beta for her causing that wreck, which that was totally uncalled for. That is it for the session, and I've just received word Liliana Beta has been disqualified for reckless driving. We are just been told that from the stewards. They felt like that was an unnecessary incident where Shade was trying to save his car and Beta just drove all over the Kingsford Chevrolet. So they have disqualified Liliana Beta, so that will mean everybody below Beta will move up a spot. And that is a tough break. That's a tough break for the 64, so she will not get to race tomorrow afternoon as a result of the penalty. But the drivers who will, Remy Crampton, Josh Harmon, April Winters with the penalty for Beta. Jonathan Hoff will make his debut. Skylar Davidson, Harrison Jenkins, Amy Hicks, Ellie Rose, Lucky Prescott, Alexander Romero, Gabe Litton. And because of Beta's penalty, that bumps the 13 of Billy Kitchens into the show. That means Liliana Beta will be the DNQ. DNQs joining her will be Ari Springer, Taylor Valley, Futaba Sakura. She'll probably go spot for Ellie Rose tomorrow afternoon, which I don't think the official will have an issue with that. Carson Miller, Sarah Castillo, Thriller Tadwell, Addison Peterson. We'll see her tomorrow afternoon trying to make the Cup race. Clayton Huntington Wolf, Maisie Creighton, Jesse Art will also try again tomorrow afternoon in the Cup race. Leela Bakai, Erica Douglas, Marco Diaz, Hazel Eveling, Violet Jackson, as you look through the rest of the results. William Brock, Sydney Ball, Abigail Lynn, Madison Toll, Phelan Bradley. He will attempt the 60. He'll be in the 66 tomorrow afternoon for Cup qualifying. Shyla Ascroft, we'll see her tomorrow afternoon for qualifying for the Cup Series. Nathan Stapleton, Shakes McDaniel, Shade Earnhardt, Autumn McDowell, Zach Foster. Those drivers will fail to qualify. And as I said, Lilia Beta, who would be in the show, she will be unfortunately going home for aggressive driving. We're going to take a commercial break, get ready for round 2 of qualifying. You know the 12 drivers that race their way in will come back after these messages and a word from our World Racing Association studios. Welcome back to second round qualifying for tomorrow afternoon's Busch Series race. By the way, for anyone asking, watching Celebrity Weakest Link, as we're getting set to see who will start on the pole for tomorrow afternoon's race.
When it comes to recreational toys, what liquid
as here comes the 81, as that was not the 81, that's the 81. Tyler Ware on track. As I said, we haven't seen the Busch Series drivers since Auto Club, our last time out's race. The last 2 events, as I talked about, was just the Cup drivers, which we'll talk about them during their pole day qualifying tomorrow afternoon.
In the nursery rhyme, what T word did Little Miss Muffet sit on to eat her curds and whey?
Tyler is 29th in the points table coming into today's race. It's at a 34.353. That's his get speed lap, and his first official time lap is a 26.28. Abigail Stone in the 60, going to run one more race in the National Guard colors. Abigail comes into this race 12th in the points after a solid run last time out at Auto Club. That was the last time we saw these drivers. Morgan Le Fay dropped 7 spots down to 11th in points, which normally I would make a reference, but I won't. Running the FOE colors on her Braun Racing Chevrolet. There's everybody on track.
These 2 items represent the name of what
There's Harrison Jenkins just raced his way in from the Gorga home session. Xavier Alsop in the 35, dropped 9 spots down to 18th in the points. By the way, Daniel Gitteroth is your points leader coming into this race. Bora Park, we'll see her tomorrow afternoon trying to make the Winston Cup race. Bora made her Winston Cup debut last time out at Champs-Élysées. Unfortunately, did not get the result she was hoping for. Bora comes into this race 10th in the points. There's Billy Kitchens, who raced his way in. Of course, Kitchens would have gone home, but because Liliana Beta got a penalty for rough driving the 59, not once but twice, Beta will not race tomorrow afternoon. Billy Kitchens will, and that's a big advantage for Billy Kitchens because he comes in this race 7 points below the cut line. And he definitely needed to make this race, so he is still a perfect 6 for 6. And when the 64 Beta drops out of the top 30, when she drops out of the top 30, that means the cut line is going to be changing us. There's Ashlyn Wright. I thought I made a mistake on the paint scheme, but apparently not. She's running the Mikasuki car. Ashlyn had a great run last time out at Champs-Élysées on the Cup side, got herself into the top 35 in points, actually got herself away from 35th in the standings. So Ashlyn Wright, we can officially say, will get to race tomorrow afternoon. What will she learn tomorrow afternoon? That will help her on Sunday over on the Cup side. Had a good result, a top 5, I would say so. And as I look at the points for the Cup Series, she jumps up to 2 spots to 34th in the points table. So Ashlyn, she's only 13 points ahead of the 35th in the standings cut line, which means Ashlyn Wright will get the race tomorrow. Will get the race on Sunday, so she gets to do the double this weekend. Currently 34th quickest, but just trying to get some laps that will help her today. That's going to help her tomorrow afternoon on the Cup side. Callie Springer in the 40. Callie Springer comes into this race 26 in the points. As Courtney Lynn is the fastest in this session.
Sherry, our crime show junkie. You've been stacked in the back. With 3 votes, you are the weakest link. Goodbye.
Looking at Josh Harmon jumps up to 8th quickest. Xavier Alsop, Morgan Le Fay. There's Courtney Lynn was the pole sitter. Now it's the rookie Ellie Rose on the pole. 19.859 for a go-or-go home driver.
Well, tonight your bank is certainly hurting like a mother. Still,
Good qualifying for Ellie Rose. Had a little problem getting off the corner. Oh, it's because I think there was a wreck. Oh, it's the 34 all smashed up. That is Alex Winters. So she will have to come to pit road, get that damage repaired, get back out on the track. Of course, we're going to have a lot of fun tomorrow afternoon on the Cup side. Well, the 78 just took the lap away from the 71, 19.825 for Josh Harmon.
what green bird is the mascot of baseball's Pittsburgh Pirates? Parrot, correct. Melinda, on your screen, this logo appears on athleisure.
Celebrities, by the way, winning money with their charity events.
True or false? The term for a female gladiator.
Tyler Ware just moved up to 5th quickest. Now Courtney Lynn goes 5th quickest. Courtney will see her tomorrow afternoon trying to qualify the Winston Cup car so she could do the double. There's Courtney in the 6th position. Courtney did not make the Winston Cup Series race the last couple of weeks. Dropped 4 spots to 27th in the points. She is a total of 12 points above the cut line. The good news for her, the gal that she was trying to stay ahead of the points is Amy O, and the 30 and 88 spun out. The gal that she was trying to stay in front will actually did not make the show, so she is lucky there. As by the way, Kyle Langland put a 19.813. These drivers slip sliding around in qualifying, but remember, this is just qualifying. We're going to see a lot of carnage in tomorrow afternoon's race, but it's not going to be the pace truck or pace car having troubles on pit road. That was the reason why Martinsville Dirt wasn't going to happen, but we were still going to race at Martinsville nevertheless. Lauren Grubius, we'll see her tomorrow afternoon trying to make the Cup race. Grubius did race last week, or 2 weeks ago, at Champs-Élysées. Comes into this race 39th in the points table. Still ways back from that 35th in the standings cut line, trying to get back into the show. Mohamed Zine, 36 quickest for him. Jonathan Hoff, 18th quickest. London Jackson there. There's Luna Farmer. We'll see Luna tomorrow afternoon trying to qualify the Winston Cup car. Luna is looking to make her third Winston Cup start of her career and of the season. Luna Farmer comes into this race 15th in the points, so just trying to also be another one of those drivers doing the double. We know Ashlyn Wright is doing the double. Going to qualify the Cup car tomorrow afternoon. Jacob Foster. Now, what I mention is, I know somebody's going to mention this, Jacob was outside the top 30 in points. Here's the thing. The 64 is not running every race this season. So that puts Jacob Foster in that critical 30th in the standings as far as the points are concerned. Even though he's 31st in the points, he's actually 30th in the standings. If you take out the 64, since the 64 failed to qualify, and was going to make the show, but failed to qualify because she got the big fat DSQ for aggressive driving, for intentionally just not backing off and letting Shade Earnhardt save his car. She had to go home. And Jacob Foster is going to be grateful. He's going to need a good run tomorrow to get away from 30th in the standings. Currently in 17th right now. I love Carolyn Ray. That's coming from my TV. There's your points leader, Daniel Gitteroth. He's also your rookie points leader coming in this race. The gal that comes in this race second in points, that is London Jackson, all the way back in 26. Second in the rookie of the year, second in the points. Deep in the field. Alex Winters still in the 20s. A couple of drivers still in the 22nd times, but as we've talked about, you definitely can pass here at Martinsville. Track position could also be a factor. Track position is always a factor, actually. This is the Timberland colors that Daniel Gitteroth is running on his number 2. He'll run it for some races, including next week at Pocono.
I checked Allstate first and saved hundreds on my car insurance. Unfortunately, I didn't check if doing the George Barker boss would be appropriate. Go Dogs!
There's Quentin Moore. We'll see him tomorrow afternoon, as he will attempt to qualify the Cup car. He's run 30 laps, now 31. Completed 30 laps.
At least I checked Allstate first and saved hundreds.
Almost doing half of a race distance we're going to have tomorrow afternoon. Currently 9th quickest right now. Tula Topola, 6th quickest. Ricky Cervantes, 7th quickest. We're definitely going to see a lot of wrecking and a lot of carnage because, well, guess what? It's typical Martinsville. This is the only on-track activity today because, remember, the truck series are off this weekend. We will see them next weekend at the Pocono Raceway as they get ready for pole day qualifying. That'll be next Thursday at 3. Busch qualify next Friday at 1. Truck race at Pocono at 3. Winston Cup qualifying next Saturday at 1. Busch race at Pocono at 3. Winston Cup race next Sunday at 1 from the Pocono Raceway. The Tricky Triangle. That's going to be a fun race next week. So glad we're going to have a triple header. As we're excited to have the Craftsman Truck Series rejoin the Busch and the Cup drivers that weekend. Of course, the Busch drivers glad to be back with the Cup drivers because, like I said, we've been with the Cup drivers the last 2 races. So a nice little change of pace, if you ask me. There's Kyle. Been some rumors Kyle Langland's going to try to attempt to qualify a couple of Winston Cup Series events. Of course, Kyle is 22nd in the points. This is Kyle's 2nd year in the Busch Series. I was trying to get to the 30A, but no, I'm going to have to do it like this. Thank you, game. I was going to get to Olivia Jackson, who's currently 38th quickest. Of course, like I said, a lot of passing we're going to see tomorrow afternoon. These drivers are going to, first of all, watch the Cup qualifying to see if they can get some more rubber down the track. Remember, we started first round of qualifying with a green racetrack because there was no rubber on the track. As Lauren Grubius is back out on the track, she'll be the first one on track tomorrow afternoon. Of course, qualifying, as I said, will be at 1 o'clock tomorrow for the Cup drivers. The Busch race at 3 p.m. here at Martinsville as they're going to go beating and banging. And then Sunday afternoon will be our 8th race for the Cup drivers. Of course, the Cup Series drivers, we're getting closer and closer to All-Star race weekend. We'll have quadruple headers between now and the end of the first half of the regular season for the Cup drivers. So that will be something we'll definitely keep our eye on. And with about 35 seconds left, I'm really not sure if anybody is going to beat a 19813 that was set by the Dr. Pepper Dodge, number 26. Yes, we're seeing the 26 on track. That's not yours truly in the car.
Frank, what state's capital city is known for its slogan? Keep Austin near. Texas, you got it. Oh, Mary Margaret.
Dylan Ibrahimian's going to have some work to do. 4 drivers still can't even get out of the 22nd bracket. But as we talked about, track position going to be key. Pit strategy may be a factor or may not be a factor. We don't know, but I know track position is going to be really important for this race we're going to see tomorrow afternoon at 3. Zeros are now on the clock. Everybody finishing up their lap times here. Ibrahimian's going to pit road, so it looks like he's done for the session. As Kyle Langland will be the quickest here in this qualifying session here in the 2nd round. So it looks like he will lead us to green tomorrow afternoon. And that is it for qualifying. Kyle Langland, his first pole of the season. I will have to go through my stats and figure out if he did win a pole last season in the Busch Series, but he gets his first pole of the season. Actually, I can look it up while we're going through the rest of the grid. Josh Harmon, one of his better qualifying efforts, he will start on the front row for tomorrow afternoon's race. Amy Hicks, Courtney Lynn, row 2. Ashlyn Wright, we'll see her qualify tomorrow afternoon for the Cup car. Of course, she's locked in the show, so she's got nothing to worry about. She can just focus on the Busch race while qualifying her Winston Cup Series car. Ellie Rose, good qualifying for her. Billy Kitchens, Tula Topola, Rosalinda Masterson, and Ricky Cervantes. That is your top 10. Now, looking up the stats. Yes, Kyle Langland won a pole last season. Can't remember where. So it's the second pole of his career, his first of the season. So he'll be very delighted about that. A lot of these drivers didn't qualify well. Those that are in the top two in the championship, Daniel Gitteroth, 20th. Look through the rest of the qualifying results as I was just getting the chat cleared off. London Jackson second in points, 35th, so she's going to have some work to do. Down at the bottom, poor Dylan Ibrahimian will start shotgun on the field. But as I talked about earlier, a long race, a short amount of time for these drivers that didn't qualify well. They got their work cut out for them. So that's something they're going to have to talk to their crew chief, what kind of changes they're going to have. And also, with the Winston Cup cars on track tomorrow afternoon, the track will be completely different for them going into that race tomorrow afternoon. But congratulations to Kyle Langland on his first pole of the season. Hope you guys enjoyed this qualifying session. If you did, be sure to give this video a like, subscribe, to become part of the World Racing Association crew today. We've shown your starting lineup for tomorrow afternoon's race. They will go green, as I said, at 3 p.m. At 1 p.m., we'll have the Winston Cup qualifying from here at Martinsville, and that's going to be fun. So until tomorrow, I'm Dean DeVos. Thank you for joining me. For our studio engineer, Caleb Hobbs, saying goodbye from Martinsville Speedway. Congratulations to Kyle Langland on his first career pole. First pole of the year and his second pole of his career. Coming up next, we'll rejoin the Infinity Network Sports Studios programming already in progress. We'll talk to you again tomorrow. You've been watching the World Racing Association, the greatest racing since 2013.